former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, good move. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Second down and 5. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The improv on the scramble there gets... 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here we go. Ready?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal, 8-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Bengals nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
On third and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bengals nothing. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
Here we go. Ready? It's hot. Hot.
Play action. It's Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I got you. 44, Mike, 44.
11.
Get ready. Both the Mike. Mike,
Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, echo. Go.
To throw on second and 10. Lawrence uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your... And
now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to add on to their first half lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and a route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the way? Mixon hit, and the ball is out, and the Jags grab it. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Dancing to his left. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Burrow on play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, Lawrence. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Caught right side, Davis. Touchdown! Corey Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Bengals nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Let's go. Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because
He's got a man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Yep.
55 is my guy. 55. Who there?
Hey, box drop.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Forced out to his left. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it is 42-0.
42. Bengals nothing. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
25, check 25, check 20. Hey, Zoo. Look at me, zipper.
Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in there by Cooks. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Escaping the hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead.
56, Bengals nothing. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Lawrence. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second fast.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Uses the spin. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.